Hey, Bulls and Bears, we are back with another dose of economic reality. It is Friday, April 1st, 2022. Welcome to the month of April. Goodbye, first quarter 2022. And I'm looking forward to the middle of the month. That's when we see a lot of the data from the first quarter that we're going to compile for you. And we're going to look at the home ownership rate. We're going to look at a lot of other details regarding the first quarter, including institutional home buying. Now, we're going to be doing that towards the middle of the month, so please stay tuned. Please make sure that you are subscribed to get these important updates, especially on the housing market, which we've got a nice one coming up for you here shortly on that one. But today, let's talk about the biggest news out there, in my opinion. Guaranteed income coming to Los Angeles. That's right, 1,000 people are going to take part in this program, in this study, to see if universal basic income, also known as guaranteed income, is going to be a life changer. Well, $1,000 a month in California, especially Los Angeles, probably not much of a life changer unless you're going from just sitting on the couch and being a total bum to getting $1,000 a month. It could be an extra supplemental amount, might help a little bit, but just relying on that universal income, it's not going to get you far. You'll probably still be in one of those tents like we reported on a few episodes ago, $1,000 a month. It's not going to pay you rent anywhere in Los Angeles by yourself. Maybe you'll have a bunch of roommates. And then hopefully at $1,000 a month, you don't have many other bills on top of that. You're going to still have to work. So will these people that get the $1,000 a month universal income, will they be able to add that on top of their job? Or do you have to be completely unemployed to get it? Well, let's take a look. You have to be at least 18 years old, live in LA County, make less than $56,000 as a single individual, and you've been negatively financially impacted by the sickness. And also, you're not on any other type of UBI currently. Next, let's take a look at this. A warning, another warning. Yield curve has inverted. We've seen this time and time again, and every time it happens, they say it could signal a recession. Well, how do we paper over recessions? Well, we send out money. We allow people not to pay rent. We forgive certain types of loans. We stop the late fees and do all those things to prevent a recession. So just because they're warning about a recession or something could signal a recession, it actually means nothing because of all the rescue programs, all of the money creation that can be done to hold off this recession. But yes, they're still warning. This could trigger a recession or signal a recession. I don't think so. I don't think that we'll ever see a recession on paper. Everyone could be completely broke in massive amounts of debt, and they still wouldn't call it a recession because all the free money that gets handed out, once that gets spent, that gets put into the GDP number and therefore makes the economy look like it's doing good, even though it's not, because a lot of people have to have these handouts and payout programs. Now, let's transition a little bit. Speaking of assistance programs, we have now extended the eviction ban here in San Diego once again. Right, you know all those tents that I walked through or walked past a few days ago on that report? Well, how many more tents would there be if it were not for the eviction protections that are still in place here, 2 years now after the emergence of the health crisis? So here we go, here we continue. And I told you more than a year ago that these programs were going to continue in many of the higher priced cities. And San Diego, we're actually the 5th highest price in the United States when it comes to rent. New move to extend renter protections in city of San Diego. And we see this in many different cities across California especially, but many others throughout the United States. And you think the homeless situation is bad now. Imagine if it were not for all the safety nets and rescue programs. If it weren't for the endless amounts of currency that can be created and endless amounts of debt, I think the United States would be probably one of the worst countries in the world, probably more dangerous and more poverty stricken than even some of these third world countries. And some of these third world countries, a lot of those people know how to survive better than we do here. Here, without for debt and credit cards, it's simple. People wouldn't survive. It'd be a mass be a mass die-off event, to say the least. Now let's take a look at some key numbers here. Oil down below $100 per barrel. That's some good news. Will it translate into lower gas prices? Well, the emergency reserves that are being released, they're saying it's going to save at least 2 cents per gallon. At least. Could be more. Could be 5 cents. Could be 10 cents a gallon. But at least 2 cents per gallon. So I'm counting my pennies here. I'm hoping the emergency reserves is going to bring gasoline back down. But guess what? It's probably going to be temporary, even if it does come back down. At least oil did go below 100. We'll see if we dip down even more before we ride back up to new all-time highs, because nothing's being done to fix the overall problems. All right, folks, so that's what's happening, and that's what's going to continue. Multi-trillion-dollar spending programs, U.S. sending money all over the world, skyrocketing deficits, exploding trade deficits, exploding debt, household debt, corporate debt, national debt, city, state, local government debt. It's all exploding, and more people just going to get buried deeper into debt as this continues. But you can profit in this environment. You can make money off of this. Again, my Patreon video that I just did a few days ago, I put that out. It's Patreon/BullBoom. Patreon.com/BullBoom. Go over there. We're trading, and I show you all my trades and how I've made very good profits here over the past few years. And I've got a bit of a strategy that I use. So hopefully you're maintaining your profits here. Hopefully you're keeping your head above water here. And thanks for being here. Please make sure that you are subscribed. We got some big housing news coming up early to mid this week. And then some more towards the middle of the month. It's going to be very important as this economic insanity continues to get even crazier. So see everybody very soon. Thanks for being here. Bye, folks.